This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. We have a full house now that Raider Squid has come in with $10. Raider Squid, you are the last entry, and I had enough for with your $10, two prize wheels. So salute to you, Raider Squid. Now, anybody else that comes in tonight, and I'm putting an asterisk by Raider Squid's name, he is the last of the entries for the second prize wheel. 801 Vigil over there on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Jorge Terrado, thank you for being there on Instagram. Everybody that's on Instagram, please come over to YouTube. You're just watching me do a show. You can actually be watching the show over there on YouTube. That's why I like you. I appreciate you watching. Trust me, it's great to see everybody. I appreciate you watching. And again, I will show this again. Raider Squid with a $10 entry. It's not showing up, but it's a $10 entry. It was a super sticker. It was a super sticker. It's a whatever. I want to say hello to everybody. Who else is here? We got we got Vanessa. Hola, Vanessa. How you doing tonight? Welcome aboard to all. Robert Pena was here early. The Bishop, AJ Brayhue. Good to see you, brother. Good to see the Salty in the house. And Jeff Arguello, it was early, but he was here waiting on the show. I appreciate you being here, Jeff. Doc Cabral was here. I did talk about Vanessa, Aaron Cortez, again with Bourbon Country out there. What's up there, Raider Nation? You got the Raider Critique, Robert Pena, Blazing Roots. Good to see you as well over there on YouTube. Jeff Davis, what are we going to learn today? Well, we did have our Chronicles of the Black Hole event last night. We did a show about Jim Otto, and remember, if you're watching here, either if you're watching here on my YouTube channel or if you're watching over there on Chronicles of the Black Hole channel, we appreciate all that is there. Finn Warrior, good to see you on Instagram, brother. Come on over to YouTube. Davy Boy, if you want to be in the live video, go to YouTube. Okay, I see that you're on Instagram, and I'm trying to wave at you. For some reason, it's not letting me wave. Same thing with Finn Warrior. Go to YouTube. Come on in the show that way. This way, everybody can see you. Okay. Again, Raider Squid with his $10 donation that will be the last of the prize wheel. Everybody else that makes donations will be involved on the next prize wheel. Okay, and you can start that third prize wheel. Like I said, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get it squared away. I think I'm gonna do it on maybe I'll do one on the Tuesday show. I'll have to ask the wenches. I'll either do one on the Tuesday show with the wenches and maybe one on the Thursday show, which will, this way there'll be 1 and 1. But I'll have to ask the wenches if that's okay. Brian Griefno, thank you there. Raider Puppet in the house. And I know we've been chomping at the bit to talk about that great victory. Salute to you, Raphael, as well. Yeah, can't wait to see them boys. Yeah, them boys. I can't wait to go into work tomorrow. Daniel, I did get your message, man. Thank you, brother. It was early. I did get your message. Great. Like I said, we are pushing a bunch of the shows simultaneously, both on my channel as well as Chronicles of the Black Hole. Please be sure you're subscribed to both. It's great to have everybody in here. Again, blessings from the Bishop. Salute to OG, and Sean Johnson came in as well. Again, Miguel, I want to make sure I say hello to Hammer House is in the house. Hammer House, please come on over to YouTube if you can. If you can't go over to YouTube, I'll wave to Hammer. My fave food, Hollywood's here as well. I've been okay. But I did want to get some of the administrative stuff out of the way. Like I said, I'm trying to say hello to everybody. Raider Alex, I will definitely show that response. It was great. It was great to just lay it on them. I've been okay. Did the response come in yet? I guess I got to it late. It's on YouTube. It didn't get to, it is on the YouTube chatter. So we got that. It's been fantastic. I've been waiting for, if the Ravens loses, that means the best record in AFC will only be 7-4. Really? Possibly. Yeah. And we beat the Ravens. So, I mean, it's just a matter of for wild card seating. We're not out of it. And, I will be the first to admit it. Vato Al, hey Vato, good to see you, Vato. Come on over to YouTube, please. Come over to YouTube. You guys just watch me on Instagram. There, see, Hammer's House is in here. I appreciate that. And if you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube because I can't see all the comments. Robert Ruiz, thank you for being on Instagram. Come over to YouTube. This way, everybody can see the show. We're going to have all of the people on here. It is, yeah. And again, I need to show this one. It's true. One game at a time. And the reason why I say that is because the highs of beating the Cow Patties will be it'll be such a flattening fart in church if you go out there on added rest, and you need added rest with Waller's injuries to his knee, although they say it wasn't excessive, but still it's a knee injury. If you go out there and you just lay flat against the Washington football team, don't take them for granted. Right now, I'm watching Cleveland, which is down 3-0 to the Ravens. They just punted to the Ravens. Oh, nice return. Yeah, I hope. Rob, I'm glad that you told me, but again, I will admit it. I said it. The way the Raiders have been playing the last 3 games, I didn't give them a rat's ass or a rat's chance in hell. I did give a rat's ass, but I didn't give them a chance in hell considering what I've seen. Considering what I saw, they were playing like crap. Mad Raider Nation, thank you for being here. Please go over to YouTube. I push on Instagram so people know I'm on, and then please go over to YouTube. Perfect so far. Oh, I want to see this. Wait, see that. It's been 11-0. It's perfect so far for us. Has us finishing 10-7, getting the 7th seed. That's the third. Well, right now we're sitting at 8. We're sitting at 8 right now, and yeah, we can't afford to lose anymore. Like Alex said, if we lose to DC, I mean it's a 500 season. I mean you shouldn't lose to DC. You shouldn't lose to DC, and we're going to talk about this as well. Maybe we'll have some commentary as well. We spoke a little bit last night. Again, we were talking about the great Mr. Oakland Raider, and that would be Jim Otto. And there was already talk, well, who should be head coach? Well, first, let's see what we got for the rest of the season. And we're eighth. Yeah, we're 8th in the AFC. We just need to win. I know Denver beat the Chargers. Losing to the Giants. Losing to the Bears. Although those are non-conference losses, but they were still losses we shouldn't have had. Losing to the Chargers hurt, especially after the way I saw them today. Lincoln Riley is no longer a coaching candidate. He will be at SC. That is not South Carolina. That is Southern California. I'm not sure about Leftwich, though. I mean, I know everybody. The flash is to get a young coordinator. Didn't work out for Josh McDaniels in Denver. It did work out for Sean McVay. It did work out for Mike Shanahan's son. But it doesn't always work out. Permission to come aboard granted. And which reminds me, I wanted to go over some things. I want to do some thanks for this weekend, okay? Roland, good to see you over there on Instagram. Please head on over to YouTube. I want to give thanks to the general. You guys know who the general is, Danny Zavala. He told me I had this coming since the first game. It is a real no shite. I'll say that. It's a Marine Corps K-bar, as you saw from the box. It is a real K-bar. And I want to thank Danny Zavala for this. Danny was the one that made sure that I have my Eagles for my collar. He gave me this K-bar. Yeah, it has the sheath on it. I can take it out of the sheath. I wanted to thank Danny for that. See, this is a real K-bar, not FUBAR. K-bar. K-bar. It is nice. And I wanted to thank Danny Zavala for it. It even has the, I don't know if you can see the USMC. Oh, is it upside down? Is it backwards? There it is, USMC. See? A real live USMC K-bar. That's wonderful. And I wanted to thank the general, Danny Zavala, for that. I wanted to show everybody, where's the bottom of the box? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I wanted to show everybody. That is one gift that I received this weekend in Dallas, and I wanted to thank. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, there we go. I wanted to show that and give thanks to Danny Zaval. The other one, and Raider Demon King. Hey, brother, thanks for being here. Try to head on over to YouTube. Head on over to YouTube. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to show this. This was a gift as well from Raider at Pepsi. It's such a wonderfully etched glass. It says, was it Captain Jack, the Blackout 2021? That's on the top of it. Raider at Pepsi. I'm sure she gave out a few of them, but I know that it was wonderful to get one of these, and I wanted to show everybody the love. And I love Raider at Pepsi. She's awesome. The reason why I'm showing these things is because of the love that a lot of the nation. Hey, Queen Raider, thank you for being here, honey. Please come over to YouTube. You're just watching me doing the show. You're not going to be able. You can watch me do the show, but you can't really see everybody on the show. So I wanted to take care of that. That's administration. Remember, you can still get in for the next Raider prize wheel. Every time you give a $5 donation, you get an entry. And so we'll have 2 prize wheels. I'll talk to the wenches if we can do one on Tuesday. If not, we'll do 2 on Thursday. Yeah, I tell you, Alex, that the kickoff that happened right in front of me. That happened right in front of me, and it was because Mariota had just scored, right, and we were up by what 14 or something like that. It was at least 10. It was actually, I think it was like 17. We were up, and then the next, like 4 seconds later, kickoff to Pollard. Wow. And I think Pollard is a better running back than Ezekiel Elliott. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. I know you're not, because Pollard is a better running back. Yeah, that is nice. Sugar honey iced tea. Hell yeah. If we make a deep playoff run, I don't know who the special teams coach is. Louis Riddick would be a great choice. What are they for coach? I'm going to disagree there. I want Louis Riddick as the president. And the reason why I say that, unless I see some coaching, Kendra, 12. Thank you for being here, honey. Hey, definitely, please head on over to YouTube. I definitely would love to have Kendra in the house. I know who that is. Kendra, miss you, honey. Definitely would love to have your input, especially for the Captain and Wenches show on Tuesdays, where that is a ladies' show. I definitely want everybody in on that. And Louis Riddick, like I said, I love Louis, but I want Louis Riddick as a president because I don't know of his coaching demeanor, but I know he would make a very effective president of the organization. That's what I would want. Okay. Knife will foobar you. Yeah, good job, Basaccia. Okay, no problem. If you make it, you can call in. Yeah, it was really sweet. It was. The Raider at Pepsi is awesome. Okay, I felt special getting one, even being AWOL forever. Thought yes, and I love. That's why we love Raider at Pepsi. She is awesome as hell. I love the way China spells out her swear words. Foxtrot uniform Charlie Kilo. Awesome. Lewis, it should be. Thank you. Jason Dean thinks the same thing. Definitely for team president. Bourbon Country says the same thing as well. Kellen Moore, I know that's what Sean would say. Kellen Moore would be a great head coach. 33 years old. Remember, John Madden was 33 when he took over as the Raiders head coach. Valerie Lynn, thank you for being here. Thanksgiving was crazy with flags, were great. But remember, it was King Diamond. King Diamond, this guy, thanks again for coming in. please head over to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube, folks. This way you can actually see the show and hear the show better. Kellen Moore, I prefer Kellen Moore to Byron Leftwich. And the reason why I say that is because Kellen Moore has shown a bit more with the Dallas quarterbacks. Yes, he has Dak Prescott, but he also has the other kid that won the game the one time that Dak was out. And I just like he's very innovative. Byron Leftwich has that person who shall remain nameless as his quarterback. How much of that is he who shall not be named because I can't stand his arse as the quarterback of the fake Pirates, or Kellen Moore, who has Dak, an injured Dak, and then the other guy, what was his name, Cooper, who played quarterback when Dak was injured? I would definitely take Kellen Moore for that. Okay, what is it? Was it on Sick Soldier? I'll see the Raiders. What do you actually think will happen? And thank you. You will be on the next. You will be on the next prize wheel. You will start that prize wheel. ONT6 on 6. Thank you, Soldier. That's $5. Thank you, there, shipmate. You will be on the next prize wheel. You will start it off. Dream season. Well, my dream season would be the Raiders winning the Super Bowl and I become the team president. That's my dream season. That ain't going to happen, at least the second part. I'd love to work for the Raiders organization. I really would. Skull Raider, thank you for being there on Instagram. Please head on over to YouTube. This way you can see everybody. You can see everything. Yeah, Cooper Rush, thank you there, Renegade in China. That's why I think Kellen Moore, man. Kellen Moore. I think he'd be a good. I mean, he is the new iteration of what Josh McDaniels was when he left the Patriots to become the Donkeys head coach. I just think he'd be a better fit. Oh yeah, Val, that's true. Beat those bastards in the Super Bowl, and then I become team president. Thank you for sharing that. That would be the dream season for sure. No, well, I mean, San Antonio. Why would? But I don't know. I mean, I like our stadium in Vegas. Maybe later. I mean, I know that's yours. So I'm gonna put up the what do you call it? I'm gonna put up the link. Okay. I'm putting up the link. So there's the link. Also, I'm going to put it up via a banner. Okay, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put this up first though. Okay. Ref Guru, myself, and Violator. Okay. Wednesday shows. Okay. Catch them at that channel. Okay. I think it should have come through. Okay. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it in the comments section as well. Okay, so I copied it. I'm gonna save it. Okay, I'm gonna put it back up. I'm putting it in the comments section. That's where you need to go on Wednesdays, man. That's where you need to go on Wednesdays. Is check out NFL Nation Live. It should be there. Go to that. And we will see that. That's the one thing for Wednesdays. And again, every time you give a $5 donation, then you can be in on the next prize wheel. I'm being the games in person, watching on TV. I mean, I like being there in person. I mean, because you get the experience. You do get the experience, and you get the crowd there. If I'm watching it on TV, I prefer to watch it with a group of Raider fans because you're not there at the stadium, but you're there with a group of people that you can celebrate with. So in order, I like being there at the stadium because you can lament and you can join in on the festivities and all the things like that. So I get it, but I'd much rather be at the stadium. I can't go to all the games though. By the way, the Ravens are what is it, first and goal with 5 minutes left in the second period. Cleveland. Oh, did he get it? Did he cross? No, he's short. Again, we're gonna talk about it. Richie Richey, man. Good evening to you. I definitely can't wait to talk to Richie Richey tonight. The Broncos. I gotta. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong one. I gotta show this one. Jason Dean, you're such a card. Don't let him fool you, man. Jason Dean loves people. He loves people. Okay. Good. I can't wait to hear from Richie Richey because the Broncos did us a favor today. I tell you what, don't count out the Broncos either. Don't count out you can't count out anybody in the AFC West. Although I really think we can beat the Chargers the second time. Hayden Bancic, thank you for being here. Please head on over to YouTube. And Richie Richey hates people. You're so full of crap. All right, folks, we're gonna start with some people on here. I'm gonna go to my boy OG Daniel, starting out. Good to see OG Daniel in the house. I'll get to Raphael. I'm gonna do a transition from when I kick OG out. Before I kick him out, I'm gonna have Raphael come in so they can do the high five type thing on screen together. How you doing there, OG? Good to see you, brother.
Actually, I'm good. I'd love to have Richie Richey on here because I want to thank him for slamming the Chiefs, upsetting them. It was a big favor to us.
Chargers, but we get your idea. Chargers.
Yeah, but the Broncos upset them, put us in a more favorable spot.
Right.
And I'd love to talk to Richie Richey, but I can only be on here for a few minutes because I'm going to bed soon. My back is killing me.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here, and thank you for spending some time with us there, bud.
Nah, Skipper, we had a good weekend. The game on Thursday, we upset the Cowboys. I got a lot of friends that are Cowboys fans on Facebook, and they've been like crickets, quiet, saying nothing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, see, I get to go into, and I don't have it in front of me, but there is a plastic, one of those plastic popcorn tubs that they had at the stadium that looks exactly like AT&T Stadium. I acquired a one of those at the game, and I acquired some of the Coke because I think they drink Coke or Pepsi. I don't know if they're Pepsi. Yeah, I think they're Pepsi over there in Dallas. I acquired 2 Pepsi cups, the plastics, and the popcorn dispenser, which looks like AT&T Stadium. And I washed them up, and I'm going to be going into. Don't tell my boss this, but my boss. Well, it kind of like in what is it? What's this movie where everybody's like not old school, the one where he works. He's that dude. I have 8 bosses. That one. Okay, that movie. I have like 8 or 9 bosses, but the boss of the boss of the boss of the boss is a Marine Corps colonel who is a Cowboys fan. And I'm going to go into his office when I go in there tomorrow. I'm going to present him with the plastic stadium that was a popcorn container, and I'm going to give him the 2 plastic cups. And Office Space, thank you there, Richie. I thank you, man. That's why we have Richie Richey in here, because he knows one of those Alzheimer's moments. But I'm going to present him with that. I said, sir, I was thinking about you. And I wanted to get him a program, but they didn't have any programs there. They don't sell them anymore. But I did get him a container And I will, I will obviously have a big shite eating grin on my face as I talk to him because he's a big Cowboys fan. But as I felt, felt good about that, and it'll be good to come in and talk to the boss.
Well, the way I see it is this: we smoked them. We didn't smoke them. We barely beat them.
Well, the score was closer than what the game was because we really did.
Yeah, but these cowgirls, they are all upset about all the penalty flags. Like, bitch, you got treated like we did. We're used to it.
Yeah.
The highlight films don't show all our penalties because it's background noise. We always get those flags.
That's right.
We always get 14 penalties. Oh, enjoy. Ride with us, bitch, or you can't hang. And that's where they were.
Right.
They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle being treated like raiders. And they cried like bitches.
I agree. It's it's listen and watch. And oh, that reminds me. I had a Tourette's moment. I'm sitting at the airport waiting for my flight to Tampa. Okay. And I'm listening behind me, and these cowgirl fans are bitching and moaning about all of the pass interference calls. He said, "Yeah, especially that last one because it hit him in the back of the helmet." And I finally just had enough. I said, "The reason why it was pass effing interference is because if he didn't turn the F around and he did it all day and blah." And I blew up. I blew up because
But these candy asses couldn't handle it. And what was really great, we've had 3 great Browns. We've had Bob Boomer Brown. We had Tim Brown. And we had Anthony Brown. He gave us 91 yards of offense. And he didn't even play for our team.
Yeah. Well, I was actually saying, don't you dare say Trent Brown, because that's called Twitters and Twinkies.
No, and Trent Brown and AB, fuck them. They're crap. But Anthony Brown gave us 91 yards of offense we didn't have. 166 yards of penalties, and 91 of them were on one guy who couldn't get his head on straight. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
But realistically, we got to go 3-0 next 3 games, point blank, period. We got to step up. We got to smack fuckers. If we don't do that, our season's over. We got to crush the next 3, point blank, period. That's the Washington effing team, the chefs or queefs or whatever you want to call them. We need to win these games. We need to get fired up. We need to be Raiders. If not, we're done. If we do this,
I said
we're not done.
Right. One game at a time. I agree with Squid. One game at a time. We got to do it. And by the way, we also have to beat this team, which is the Browns. And thank you, A Skip, for being there. If we got to beat the Browns as well, because we've beaten the Ravens, we've beaten the Steelers, we lost to the Bengals. That hurts, but we need to beat the Browns as well in order to help out things as well in that.
Well, we have to beat the Washington. What are they called? The effing team?
The effing team. There you go.
Okay, we got to beat the chefs, the queefs, or whatever you want to call them. We got to beat the Browns. Like, we do that, we're on our way. That's what is needed.
That's true. And by the way, let me see, Matt. I may be, but you have been as well. So don't what's it? Pot meet kettle, kettle meet pot. Okay.
Who's that?
Oh, Matt. Thank you. No, he retracted his message. Thank you. He made a very snide comment, and I was just saying, don't make that comment because you have been as well.
Who's he a fan of?
Oh, he's a Browns fan.
Yeah, okay, garbage team. Listen. We gotta beat the next three, and we're headed the right way. We need to actually win the next 7 to be headed the right way, but we need to turn it up.
We do.
Derek Carr has been in a slump, and he came out of it, and I think we're headed the right direction. We can smoke most of these teams.
Okay. Hey, Daniel, I said you have a bad back, and you need to get some rest, and I'm going to get some other people in here. But
good. Yeah, because I got some sleep.
Yeah, get some sleep. And I agree. Was it Valerie said got to go into the Chiefs game at 7-5? We definitely need to do that.
Anyway, Skipper, I gotta go. I gotta turn in. I'm hurting.
Yeah, well, take some meds. Take some meds.
No, just get some rest.
And get some rest, or both. But okay, well, by the way, I didn't boot him. He left. My hands were here. I did not boot him. Thank you for calling in. It's always a pleasure to hear from OG Daniel. So okay, and so again, thank you, Daniel, for coming in. It's great. And remember, Chronicles of the Black Hole. We did our show last night with about the great Yamato. Make sure you watch that. And again, prayers to Daniel's back because he's been hurting. Showing a highlight of the Bills, okay, against the Washington football team. Remember, if you want to come into the show tonight, I'm gonna. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay, whoops, sorry, wrong one. Pardon me. Let me get. If you want to come into the show tonight, let's see here. Where is it? Well, I'll do this one. Okay. Remember, entries to the treasure chest. Every time you give me a $5 donation, it goes to a Raider, Captain Jack's treasure chest of prizes. We have 2 prize wheels that are full now with the $10 that Raider Squid sent in, and ONT6 Soldier is going to start the next wheel. So we'll have two wheels upcoming. Okay. So make sure you see that. And I was going to say, where's the, I had where is it? Is it this one? 87? Yeah, here it is. There you go. Come in the show tonight. That'll be up there. Come in the show tonight, or you can call in. So blessings. And like I said, great. And Valerie, great to see. Valerie, make sure that you're in for the Captain Wentz show. Yeah, and I agree with the Bishop. Balls out. You just, don't worry about losses. Just keep winning. Okay, next up, and I see you there. Corey. I'm gonna get Raphael on first, but we're gonna get Corey on after that. Raphael, dude, what is up with your Panthers?
Hello, salute, Captain Jack right here, because right now the Carolina Panthers is done, because right now the Miami Dolphins are the 4th streak win in a straight one, because right now I just saw the Panthers are losing again, because right now the defense and the offline was terrible about the first, second, and third quarter, and I was so pissed right here about the decision of Matt Rule put Cameron Newton on the bench and he instead with PJ Walker right here. It was like, oh my God, what just happened? Because that Matt Rule decision to put Cameron Newton on bench because he did a comeback with Christian McCaffrey, and then Matt Rule just put the bench for just 1 week. But I don't know, it's gonna be 1 week, 2 weeks, and of course they just changed to PJ Walker, and they lost. We just had 10 points, and the Miami Dolphins had 33. And right now, I'm very shocked that it's that comment right here. Beverly Lane says Cameron was terrible today, but it seems like they're terrible right here. But we still had games because the next week is a bye week, but we had to return the other week against the Atlanta Falcons. We just see another game between Buffalo Bills, Tampa Bay Buccaneers again for the Saints, and again for the Buccaneers. We just still like five games ahead. And the other reason that I was watching the Dallas Cowboys versus Las Vegas Raiders, and I was so incredible because that was the most watched game ever in the history of the NFL because the audience number doesn't lie. But I just see that, oh my God, those Raiders are winning. And I can't wait to see those Dallas Cowboys cheers because Raiders got the dog right here because they just woke the F up. They just woke up and they're not getting a riff of the nightmare right here. And it was very interesting that, right now they're tying with San Diego Chargers and Denver Broncos with 6 wins and 5 losses. So, as I say, I was so great that, the Las Vegas Raiders had already come to the big season right here. So they need to like another games right here, but I was just saying because there's still another games like the Washington as the knows, the Washington football team has to know the no names against with the Kansas City Chiefs, Cleveland Browns, then again the Denver Broncos, which is AAK, the Denver Brownies, sorry Cherie, because he just won. And of course they got the Indianapolis Colts and of course the San Diego Chargers right here. But these are crucial right here because they're not going to stuck it in nightmares so far. Because, like I said, the radio square right here, there's going to be one game at a time. And for that reason right here, if we stuck it together, like the last game that we did against the Dallas Cowboys, we just great. We just had enough. We had to focus about the defense and the offline. And right now it's going to be incredible. So, and there's another news for the Denver Broncos, as known as the Denver Ponies, which is the team of Richie Ray. Teddy Bridgewater was to get negative X-ray on injured leg on the week 12 because after that game between Denver versus San Diego Chargers, he was injured at his leg right here at the third quarter. So right now, the information says the Denver Broncos on Twitter says the injury update, the quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, the lower leg is questionable to return for like 1 week, 2 weeks. We had to wait on about the injury report for the next week.
Okay, but again, Bridgewater came in and played a hell of a game in the second half at when he came in. So I think that if he can play through it there, I don't see why he won't be able to play anymore. But so I see on that, and I'm gonna. And by the way, we did have Raider Rhino, aka Corey. He popped in and popped out. Please come back, Corey, if you can. I'm gonna ask Raphael 2 more questions. I'm gonna say, Raphael,
yes,
with the Raiders playing Washington this Sunday, who do you like in that game, and who do the Panthers play upcoming? Isn't it the Bucks? Or no, you guys got a bye week. That's
right. We had a bye week.
Okay,
and
who do you play after the bye week?
Right now on the bye week we have nothing because I'm right now let's see what I got over here. So right now the Panthers we got another week. So it's just like okay. So right now let's see what I got over here. So right now the other season, which is the other week, which is in Sunday 12th, we're gonna play against Atlanta Falcons. Then on December 19th, we're gonna play against Buffalo Bills. Then On the day after Christmas, we're gonna play against Buccaneers, and then on New Year's Eve we got against New Orleans Saints, and of course the last game, which will be against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So right now, it seems like
I don't see too many wins there, bud.
uh, because right now, because after the return of Cameo Newton and Christian McGaffey, and of course the second loss, I think it's very dumb for the Carolina Panthers season because it's really dumb because there's no probabilities to go to the playoffs or wild cards. So I hope the Carolina Panthers need to clean house, not only keep Cameo Newton and Christian McGaffey there on the roster right here because they need to clean the house. So see, hey, what's going on with the problem? What's the issue? We had to kick out or which is still in the house. So maybe it's like, okay, so we needed a clean house right here. But I guarantee that right now, after they're winning against Dallas, I will hope to see Raiders gonna beat Washington football team as now it's the known names right here because right now they're at the third position right here with only 4 wins and 6 losses. But I hope so the Raiders will have the dove again against Washington football teams. So I will hope so. So we
Okay,
can.
well, we will look for that. And again, Raphael, thank you for coming in, partner. We will see you for all the other broadcasts. Good to see you out there, and thanks for coming in.
Yes, I would love to comment because there are so many people that says, "Hey, Raphael, come to the dark side, join us to the Raider Nation." So I would say, "Hey, just be careful, just be careful because you ain't seen nothing yet. Because right now is about to begin the Panther Raider season right here. Because I would love to see uh, one of those teams, Las Vegas Raiders, because they had the greatest fan base over the world right here. Because I told for the live stream right here, and it says, "Wow, Rafael's got right." Because Raiders got the greatest fan base over the world, so I will join it, and I still join the dark side right here because right now it is time to see Rafael coming out to the dark side. It was very great because thanks to the Captain Jack, OJ Daniel, and some other content creators right here supporting for the Las Vegas Raiders, it was a great honor. So my team is support the Carolina Panthers, but right now the team that I most love for any reasons is Las Vegas Raiders. So it's like, hey, I'll support for the Carolina Panthers, but right now Las Vegas Raiders
All
had
right.
captured my heart.
All right. Well, Raphael, thank you for that. Much appreciated. You take care. Have a good bye week, and we'll see you for the next show, brother.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
All right. That's Raphael. Always good to see Raphael. Chuck Mayo over there. Remember, if you're on Instagram, thank you. Please come on over to YouTube. The Browns, did they have a fumble? Looks like a fumble. Looks like, there's a dog pile over, and it looks like the Ravens have gotten the ball. So, Mayfield's coming up a little gimpy. Mayfield's coming up a little gimpy, and Owe, who played, I think he played the kid out of Penn State. Good pickup for that. Michael Guerrero, you can come aboard. Yeah, for sure. Remember, if you want to come into the show tonight, I'm going to put the link up again. Okay. You can always call in, and I'll put that up as well, or call in at 813-699-0834. There we go. Put this up. Okay. You can always call in. You can always hit the link, come into the show. And again, I know that Dave Skip is not going to like that. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. That just goes without saying. Come into the link via the StreamYard link. And again, we are talking about the Raiders' victory over the Cow Patties. It was great to see. Baker has baby hands. I think so as well. Derek Carr's hands are a little on the small side too, but this is what I agree with Bourbon Country. he's overrated, but I think and hope Cleveland will keep him because that just makes our chances of being, being better. Okay. Wah. Derek Carr played with a broken back. Let me say that again. Derek Carr played with a broken back. Baker Mayfield has never played with a broken back. Case closed. I like that he's gritty, but he hasn't played with a broken back. Case closed. Shut the foxtrot up. Oh, thanks there, Hollywood. Got some good pics of us. Thank you there, brother. Oh, somebody is calling it. Hang on. Who's... Captain Jack Google Voice. I don't know why it's not.
Soldier.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got on six soldier. Hey, on six soldier, how you doing, brother? I'm gonna put your phone in my. I'm gonna put your number in my phone. How you doing there? And welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you very much. How you doing, Cap?
I'm good. Definitely, I will. As soon as I get out of here, close the app. Yes, confirm. Okay, I'm trying to put you in my phone for sure. Is it Aunt Six Soldier? Okay. Oh, see, it's not showing up. See, I don't know why now, but I used to be able to have where when somebody would call in, their number would show up. So do me a favor, text me your number, and maybe the next time you call in, maybe it'll show up. Okay, so got that.
All right, for sure.
Okay, so what's going on, brother? And welcome to the show, and thank you for that contribution. Like I said, you will be starting the next prize wheel after this. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Just enjoying this Cowboys victory, man. Especially at work. On Wednesday when I worked, a bunch of Cowboys fans giving me shit, saying the Cowboy Nation, they went on wood bar candy asses and shit. They were real quiet when I went into work overtime on Friday. How to wear my Derek Carr jersey, tell them who the real number 4 is. Real funny when they were paying my money too, but it's all good, Cap.
How much? How much did you win?
$120.
Hey, there you go.
$20 from 6 different Cowboys fans.
That's great, man. That was wonderful. That's wonderful. It's always good to be on the winning end, and it would have hurt going the other way for sure.
It would have been, especially gotta hear them talk shit for the rest of the season, but I can talk shit all I want now, especially too. I don't matter. You know what I mean? If you don't make the playoffs or anything, I just really wanted to be the Cowgirls. I just got so much hate for them more than I do, for the Broncos and Chiefs and Chargers. Something just about them, just I don't know what it is, but I'm just glad we beat them.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, like I said that. And that's why I kind of went off when I don't know if you heard my story about the being in the airport with these Cowgirl fans that were just bitching and moaning and blah 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 blah. I'm like, and I had to go off because that's all it was this pissing and moaning and bitching. And again, it's Cow Patty fans, and it's funny because I didn't even get a chance to go on my other Facebook. Because I have two. I actually got a couple Facebook, but there's the Captain Jack Facebook, and I didn't even get a chance to go on my personal Facebook and just give shite to all of the Cowboy fans that I know, and it was great to do it. And I haven't even done it yet. But I'll try to do it.
I know, especially then they want to be complaining about the Reds and them not getting calls, this and that. But last time we played them, a freaking index card decided the freaking game. So I don't want to hear them crying about, oh, we were treated poorly. Well, you know how it feels to be a fucking Raider fan for the last fucking 5 to 15 years of this bullshit ass referee calling all these penalties on this. You know what I mean? For the first time they felt it, and they want to be crying like little bitches. I'm sorry for cussing, but you know what I mean? It's not how I see it.
Yeah,
it's just a little ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I got you for a bunch of swear words, so I'm going to have to do a lot of cut-ups on you. But hey, that's...
I'm sorry about that, brother.
No worries. It'll keep me up. But, and again, Ace, aka Matt Bouchane, is talking about his Browns again. It's like, you ain't gonna beat the Browns in the snow. Well, if the Browns play like they are tonight, and if they've been getting handled recently, I don't know why we couldn't.
For real, especially because last time we played them, we beat them too. So I don't hear anything.
Yeah, that's right. I said now if we lose, we lose. I'll admit that if we lose, we lose.
No, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah, in a freak windstorm. Shut up! You got your asses kicked last year, Matt. You got your ass kicked last year. Shut up.
And the thing about it too, we were playing under the same conditions, so I don't hear anything about that either. You know what I mean? Especially too, we're playing in your home stadium. Ain't you guys supposed to get used to that kind of weather and stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're a fun team now, so I don't hear anything about that. It's just funny the ridiculous excuses some people came up for their losses. You know, you guys lost, just take it as a man. You know what I mean? We'll be losing too, but you know what I mean? We lose, we lose. You know what I mean? And just move on to the next one. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as you still have a chance to make the playoffs, all that matters, and we still do. That's why we need to win this game against Washington. It's just, you know what I mean? Especially after the emails and everything was being leaked, we need to win it.
Yeah, and you know what? When Matt talks his stuff, it just makes me want to beat the Browns that much more.
Of course.
It just makes me want to beat them that much more because Matt is such a effing hypocrite about, well, our quarterback's injured and blah, blah, blah. Derek Carr played with a broken back. And if your quarterback is injured and he's not supposed to be playing, then get him the F out of there.
Bro, isn't that what you have a backup quarterback and you're paying for?
Oh my God. We'll see. You know what I mean? It's in 2 weeks. We got to play Washington first. Okay. Yeah, and even Richie Riche says that, don't sleep on Washington. We got to beat them first. We got to beat them first. Yeah.
We just have to focus on one game at a time. But I think we can beat Washington. But the only thing that has me worried is their defensive line. How is it going to go against our guards and our centers, especially up the middle? But, you know what I mean? It should be an interesting game. But, you know what I mean? As long as we get Derek Carr enough time to throw the ball down the field, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I got that. You got that. Yeah. Okay. Well, ONT6 Soldier, thank you for popping in. You will keep me very busy tonight with the cut-ups.
I'm sorry about that.
No. Hey, you know what? It was enthusiasm, and I can tell it was real. It wasn't put in to be put in. Okay.
Nah, so the hatred's real between us. Especially too, man. You should have seen it on the way out on Wednesday when I was just hearing Cowboys Nation want to work your ass. Like, God damn, bro. I was hearing it all weekend long, but it was just so good to walk in there Friday with my Derek Carr just saying, Raiders.
You got it. And then of course here, so here we go. And this is what I'm going to put this comment up again. You guys may have beaten us, but who got in the playoffs and who won the wild card game? But who lost? Who lost to the Chiefs? Who lost to the Chiefs, Matt? Who lost? Thank you. Shut up. My goodness. You are losers. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have to go off on Matt because he's being a child again, and I'm screaming at a child. I need to do that.
Fine. Go ahead, get him.
Anyway, hey, partner, you take care. Thanks for being here, and I appreciate you calling in, partner. And like I said, text me, and I will put your number in my phone, and then maybe it'll. I don't know why it's not showing up. Maybe I have to reboot my computer so that the numbers, because most of the time it shows up with who's calling. So we'll see that.
I'll text right now, Cap. I appreciate you letting me be on the show.
Oh, no worries, man. You take care, and thanks again for being here, bud.
Okay, God bless everyone.
God blesses you. That was ONT6 Soldier. Appreciate that. Okay, and again, I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna. I try. You know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try not to do. Raider Nation for life, baby. Thank you for being here on Instagram. Please come over to YouTube. Fishing for sea bass. Please come over to YouTube. If you're on Instagram, thank you for being here. Please come over to YouTube. Because this way you can watch the entire show. I'm gonna try not to. If he says something else again stupid, I'm probably gonna have to put him in timeout. He just makes my blood boil. He makes my blood boil. And Valerie said, "Yeah, well, if we get our run game going, okay. Cleveland's really working it tonight. Woohoo! 3 points at the half. 3 points at the half. Again, if you give a best of week 12. Let's see if they go. I bet you they won't have any of the Thanksgiving games. I bet you they won't have any of the Thanksgiving games. That was a wonderful interception by Patrick Surtain Jr. I see that. Okay, Richie, I thank you. I thank you for getting prepped. Thank you for getting prepped. I can't wait to hear from Richie Riche. I'll let Richie Riche just be my. I'll just let Richie Riche take over for Matt. Okay. And I'm going to show this, but I don't care what Mark Davis says. I don't care what Mark Davis says. Honestly, I don't care. He's not a coach. He's not his father. I don't care. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And Matt makes me just hate the Browns. I mean, really hate the Browns. And Raphael, don't get on Raphael. I mean, there are plenty of teams right now. I'm looking at the picture. The Raiders are the number 8 seed, ahead of the Browns, ahead of the Colts. We need to continue that. We need to beat the Chargers. We need to beat the Chiefs. We need to beat the Broncos. And the way the Broncos played today, that's going to be a tough game on Christmas. The way that they played today, and a good thing, like right on cue. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better segue than that. Right on cue, we were talking about the way the Broncos were playing. That we have the most awesomest dude of Bronco. What's your fan base name again?
Broncos Country.
Broncos Country. Thank you. I didn't want to screw it up. I want to make sure you. And I like Richie Riche because it's none of this nation crap like Cowboys Nation. That just made me ill listening to it every time the guy was on the microphone. Hey, let's go, Cowboys Nation. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. There's only one nation. It's Raider Nation. Shut the F up. Okay? It's the way it is. So we got it. So Richie, you said you were doing your prep. I you know what? I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you just wax poetic because Richie is like, and Jared called me earlier today, and I was like, Jared, I hope I'll hear you for the show. I want to hear, and Jared was giving some good points. Other things are going on. I'm gonna let Richie talk because I can just sit back. If I had alcohol in front of me, I'd just be doing some shots and just like Dean Martin in a celebrity roast because. Richie talks and Richie's like, he knows what the hell he's talking about and it's good. And please, by the way, Richie, please tell Matt Bouchane, aka Ace Skip, okay, how crappy the Browns are. I'll let you go.
Well, a few things the Browns do have is they have a good offensive line. They have a good offensive line coach. They have some good running backs. They have a mediocre to below average quarterback. And
you're being kind. I think he's worse than that.
I don't think so. I think when you look at him compared to like Teddy Bridgewater and others, I think Baker can make some better decisions, and I think some of the challenges also the game planning around him. But in terms of generally speaking, the Browns are up and down, ebbs and flows, and that typically means that you either have a coaching problem or you have players that are just not up to par. And if you've let the players run their course and you've changed coaches enough, at some point the problem is the players, and they have to come out to play. So I mean, hate to say it, but I think the Browns are going to probably be middle of the division. They'll be fighting between probably second and third at best. I think third and fourth might even be realistic as well there as well. The Bengals are legit though.
They are.
I'm not looking forward to that game against them. They are really showing out. I've already been kind to Houday there from the Bengals. I really don't want to have the tweets come my way when they absolutely probably just slaughter the Broncos, because they really are that good.
But
They've
you know
been
what? If you guys played the way you played today, you can beat anybody.
yes and no. When you look at what the Chargers did, the chart. So I'm going to say absolutely no on that one. Actually, when you look at what the Chargers can do, the Chargers have good edge and they have no middle. There's a reason why they struggle against the run game, and that's why they're 32nd in the league rather against the run. And you saw what we were able to do with three backup offensive linemen in there, four I
Yes.
think by the end of the game.
Yes.
And we were still pushing the Chargers defensive line around. Really, Bosa was the only one that you had to worry about, and there was another guy on there, I can't remember his name, but from time to time he had some pressures. But aside from that, nothing to really write home against or about at all. The Denver Broncos really overpowered the Chargers defense when we ended up with the second lineman leave the game. When we went heavy with the 12 and 13 personnel sets, which is what I've been wanting us to do all year. So, I mean, if that's what it takes, then I'm all for it. So, and
whatever wins, man.
Right, exactly. And I'm not, I don't really care if it's pretty. I don't really care if you go bums away and have like 40-yard passes down the field. I want my team to win. And you also have to play to the player personnel you have on your team. Our player personnel are not designed in the offensive line to hold and pass pro for 4 or 5 seconds, which is what it takes Teddy to digest the play to go downfield. He also doesn't have the arm strength to throw it hard enough down the field fast enough in order to let it get there sooner. Like, so for example, when you saw some of the throws earlier today with Justin Herbert, he has such zip on the ball that he can make it down the field in a much shorter period of time, fit the ball into tighter windows. Teddy Bridgewater does not have that arm strength. And as a result, he throws those kind of floaters or kind of those flutter style balls. And you just can't have a guy throw deep like that. They're going to get picked.
Yep, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, well, he's been like that for about 3 weeks, though, to Bishop's comment there. He's been ebbs and flows in terms of injury prone and that kind of stuff. And part of it is the offensive line for the Denver Broncos, which has been up and down at best, and that's being kind. And then the other part is the fact that Bridgewater is just playing scared because he got hurt. And I think he's got, he's, to still like the Sam Darnold thing, seeing ghosts in some respects, right? Where he's not stepping up when he should, and he's dropping back too far when he shouldn't be, right? And it's a matter of him kind of getting a little bit out of his own way. You saw a little bit of that in today's game when we started running those heavy sets with the 12 personnel. And then when we went 13 personnel, where we had 3 tight ends on the field, I think you really started to see some of the protection options that we had as a team. We used Beck as a tight end fullback hybrid on our team. He's also a scary good pass catcher. Most people don't realize that how good, like he has actually got like good hands to him as well. So you could start seeing him break out of the backfield and catching passes and stuff. But that would also, be contingent on Shermer actually being creative. So no team needs to worry about that because he's not.
I was waiting for the Shermer slam. I knew it was coming.
Yeah. But, the 12 personnel sets is what I was telling you guys you need to do against the Cowboys.
Yeah, and actually we did do that, but it was out of necessity more than anything else, because when Waller got hurt and and we needed to do the running that we needed to do because Waller was not there, and Moreau played well. In fact, the kid that came in for Waller, Helm, could have had a touchdown had he not, dilly-dallied on that pivot pattern. So instead of 3 there, the Raiders could have had 7. I'm giving the point. So I mean, just that one person being out, and I think that they said Waller his injury is not as horrible as they think. So we'll see.
1 to 2 weeks is what I heard, I think.
Oh, okay. So he's out for this next game?
It was seeming likely when I was hearing the news. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that means you got to definitely have Moreau step up, which he has done, and
I'm not worried.
Helm.
I saw him play. He's a. You guys picked well, right? Like
Yes.
that's you hold on to tight ends like that.
Yes, we do, and Helm's not bad, but he's and it's too bad because Carrier was a great third tight end as well, but he got injured earlier. So and I said this before. I said with Waller, Moreau, and Carrier at the time, I said we have the best three tight ends in the league. I know you guys have some really good ones.
No, I actually think I think the Broncos actually have you beat overall. Not. You can do an even matchup, and I think that Waller probably edges out Fant as a pass catching tight end. I think that's a completely fair statement to make. And then I think where you start to slip and fall short ultimately is when you start going and compare Moreau to Albert Okwuegbunam, or Albert O, because I just don't like pronouncing his last name.
Just say that fast 3 times,
Yeah, good luck with that one. Basically, we'll just say he wins at Scrabble a lot. And so Alberto, I think he beats Moreau, and I don't even think that's necessarily close. I think Alberto is a much better blocker overall, and then I think Alberto is also a much greater size mismatch and better route runner than what I've seen in Moreau. Don't get me wrong. You already know, if you guys want to get rid of Moreau, I'm happy to bring him in as our tight end 3. He's amazing. I really like him. But I do think that Alberto beats him. And then I think where you really start to drop off is on your third tight end that you were mentioning there. Eric Saubert is a far superior tight end, and that is not even close.
Well, and again, Derek Carrier was the third one. The new third is Helm, and I will say Helm is definitely not a Derek Carrier.
No, but even Carrier, when you see Saubert, and I mean truly see Saubert, I know
he had a hell of a catch today for a touchdown.
Well, no, but I don't think what most people missed, I obviously didn't, but most people missed in the game is what you need to see is the seal block on Javonte Williams' big run on the right-hand side.
I saw it. It was
most people miss plays like that because they just see blocking as like, oh, well, that's supposed to happen. And I'm like, no. I don't think you understand. There's not very many tight ends that can do stuff like that. They can take a defensive end and throw him out the way. Like most tight ends can't do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? For civility, I'll say that the Broncos and the Raiders have the top 3 tight ends in the
I think
league.
so, yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I've mentioned multiple times, both in your chat and on your program, that I think that you guys have a great interior defensive line.
Yes, you have.
I really do,
Rich, because again, he's real and he's got analysis and facts to back it up. That's why I love having him on here. So now, who do you guys play? You play the Chiefs next, right?
Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. We got flexed.
Okay, that's a good game. That's a damn good game. It's definitely better than the crap I'm watching right now.
Now that if you watch the way we played today, if we can get out of our own way and continue to play the way we did, like Cowboys game and this past game, we have a real good chance at winning. Again, I will say this until I will it into existence. If Shermer can get out of his own way,
right,
then I think we have a chance to kind of continue playing this way. But the problem is that he's just not done it so far. He seems to be wanting to fully commit to that 3 wide set.
Yeah. Well, again, I appreciate the win today. And again, Shermer needs to make sure he does all of the crap that he normally does on the Christmas day or a day after Christmas game. You guys can win every other game, just not that one. And the Raiders need to, or you need to win as many games to knock everybody so we can ascend to 1 or 2. That's all.
That
And
Washington football team that you guys play up next, though.
and, and you know what? And I'm actually kind of glad that they got a Monday night. I'm glad that they got the Monday night game because that is, if anything, that one less day of rest hopefully will be enough. Because like I said, now Chase Young is out. If I'm mistaken, right?
He is, but I really don't think that there's so many like
Oh,
that
they got
interior.
a lot of great.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
they are vicious.
yeah. So I
Chase
mean,
Young was a cog, right? He was a cog, a good. Don't get me wrong, he was a good one at that. But
mhm.
I mean, they had like 3 or 4 guys or 5 guys in their rotation, and some of those guys are just like they're some of those guys are top 4, top 5, top 10. In those kind of general categories in their positions, they are excellent.
Yeah. Oh, and I was just gonna mention that Sweat, and so Bourbon Country said that Sweat's out as well.
Yeah, he got hurt too.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Wow.
what you guys are missing though is their DTs and their DNs. So Sweat was a DN, and then you had Chase, which is an outside linebacker guy. What you guys need to look out for those are interior, their D tackles and their DNs. There's 2 of them that they have that are on the inside that are not out, and there's another 2 defensive tackles that they rotate through. Their backup is better than most guys' starters.
Okay.
It is frightening.
Well, and that just means that the Raiders' offensive line will need to play their best game because they
your
played
right
well
guard,
against Dallas.
or sorry, left guard is where they're going to probably test you.
Yeah. Okay.
Swanson, I think his name is
Simpson.
Simpson. Yeah, Simpson. Yeah.
Yeah. And the right guard is that's the rookie.
And I rewatched your game on Thanksgiving. You guys should be targeting a right tackle in the first round.
Yeah.
Of this year's draft. I'm sorry. You need help there badly.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that Denzel Good, who left the very first game with an ACL, he was a very good right guard, right tackle, and he's been lost since the very first game, and it really hurt because he was the right guard playing next to the rookie, and so the rookie had his issues without having that guard protection, and that's why he got kicked in to right guard, but because of some of his issues there. But yeah, if Good can come back, I still say we still need another guard. We need another tackle. We are still another 2 offensive linemen away. Simpson is a decent guard, but he's not. To me, he's not a starter. And again, obviously, Richie Incognito has been taking paychecks the last couple of years,
which is a shame because when he's actually been healthy, he's a good guard. Like he is an excellent guard, Incognito. He's the style of guard that works well on the AFC West. And by and large, the AFC West is kind of one of those weird divisions, right? Like we're in the AFC and we're on the West Coast or West side here. But when you actually look at typically speaking, in the AFC West, our offensive styles have typically been more almost AFC North-esque in terms of the way that we like to play football. We run the ball a lot. We have some modest finesse when it comes to the wide receiver position, but by and large, we're kind of bullies when it comes to the offensive line and running the football. Broncos have been known for that type of play for eons in terms of running backs and whatnot. And the Raiders have had some notable offensive linemen and running backs throughout the history as well. So
I got to ask you. By the way, Baltimore just got a touchdown because they couldn't tackle Jackson. What are you guys doing at quarterback next year? I mean, we've already discussed the possibility of Aaron Rodgers coming there. That we'll throw that out there. But if that doesn't come to fruition, what's your option B?
So I don't think Aaron's coming here. I just don't.
Well,
Um,
he's not. I don't think he's going to play in Green Bay again because he's had his belly full of Green Bay.
he can want all he wants, but his holdout last year only got him out in 2023, not 2022. And the Green Bay Packers save 19 million, but they still have to pay him something like 20 or 21, even if they, have him exit stage left. So if another team is willing to pay part of that salary, then maybe you get to save on compensation. But then on the flip side of that, like Jordan Love looked like hot garbage. So, I mean, I can't imagine Green Bay is going to look at that favorably. I mean, Green Bay has already shown that they're willing to just basically tell him to sit down, play, and shut up. So I like
Which I like because that's the way you should. The way you
right.
should. Yeah.
Right, and so I would, I mean, obviously he would be an upgrade. So I mean, I'm not going to sit there and complain if he ends up coming here or anything. But at the same time, I just can't see Green Bay letting him go. I think a guy like Russell Wilson is probably a little bit more of a feasible target, given the fact that Seattle is looking pretty poor this year and could probably use with a bunch of draft picks and rebuild stuff. And then a flyer that I was thinking about today that I heard kind of through the grapevine that's likely going to come available that I could totally see a Peyton or someone build around is Jimmy Garoppolo. This year's draft class is awful. Teddy Bridgewater is showing that he can't stay healthy. Now, Jimmy G is not that much better because he is, hurt quite a bit too. But Jimmy G brings to the table a little bit more than I believe that what Teddy Bridgewater brings to the table because he has a stronger arm than Teddy Bridgewater does. So some of those red zone issues that the Broncos had would kind of go away because those throws would be more likely to be made with Jimmy G. But aside from that, we're actually in a pretty difficult spot when it comes to our quarterback position because this is a really, really poor draft class for quarterbacks. If we really like one in the draft, I don't think we're going to be picking high enough, and then we have to give away a bunch of draft picks to get high enough in the draft to get one. I just don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But okay, well, again, this is why I sit back. The next time, remind me to have some Hennessy or my Grand Marnier, and I'll just sit back in my and I'll roll the snifter as I'm nodding, appreciatively of just saying let Richie talk because it's great. It's great. It's like it's a built-in wonderful break. I just need the alcohol next time, and I'm not a big drinker, but it definitely would be.
I guess there's always the other flip side of this, which is if the Raiders ditch Carr, I could see him being a target for the Broncos.
Oh, I can too. And there would be nothing better for Derek Carr to go to Denver, and he would win this division.
He would. Honestly, truly, he would.
He would win the AFC West for years because Denver knows how to build around quarterbacks, and that's what they need. So if Carr gets, I don't think Carr's going to get released. I think that if anything, the Raiders will probably try to trade him out of the division so he doesn't wind up in Denver.
Well, I think that would be probably what they would end up trying to do is they'd say, we don't want him to go to a division rival. I mean, look what happened when the Chargers, when they were in San Diego at the back end there, decided they didn't want Melvin Gordon. I mean, the first place he went to basically was the Broncos, and they said, sure, why not? And he wanted to basically play for us because he wanted to stick it to his old team.
Exactly, and there's a lot of that in the AFC West. There is a lot of that in the AFC West. It's
Chris Harris Jr. is a prime example.
Yes, it's historical. I mean,
Chris Harris, and he's one of many like that. That's a long laundry list of poke, stab, and then wanting to basically stick it to your internal your rivals because you played them so often. And these are storied rivalries too, right? Like the AFC West has been fairly stable in terms of division, very much like the AFC North has been a fairly stable division in terms of the teams and stuff that are in it, and the rivalries have remained pretty static and pretty heated for a pretty long time. So
Yeah. And Valerie, we're not saying, I'm not saying that to upset you. It's that if the Raiders don't watch where Derek Carr goes, if they don't care, he will wind up in Denver. Derek Carr can say again and again and again, I'm a Raider for life. He can say it, but if the opportunity, because he's a proud man, if the opportunity is there to stick it to the organization that didn't believe in him, he'll go there. Yeah.
I mean, you also have to remember is that when Carr was going through those rough times, Gruden never really came out publicly and supported him when he had a rough few seasons there, despite the fact that Gruden was actually the main guy calling the shots there for the Raiders. So I could totally see Derek Carr, even though he's come out publicly and supported Gruden as of late and lost a few pressers and whatnot. I could totally see Derek Carr seeing the organization maybe not have had his back maybe when he was going through rough times. And I certainly haven't seen the organization step up when he made comments that were at least seen in support of John Gruden to say, look, he's entitled to his opinion. Like, they don't have to agree with what he said. They would just at least come up and say, look, he's entitled to his opinion. We don't necessarily have to agree with it, but we are certainly supporting our quarterback. And I haven't seen the Raiders say that. I haven't seen the organization come out and support that as well. So he may be feeling that he's, being left out from the organization, and that could come back and, like you said, if he feels he's being disrespected or not supported or whatever, he's a proud guy. So he could say, fine, gone.
Yeah. And I did not see the presser with Derek Carr after the game on Thanksgiving. Did you?
After Thanksgiving? No, I did not.
Okay. But since Gruden has left, Derek Carr has not worn any Raider gear to any of the pressers. Not once. So unless they came and told him you need to be in Raider gear, him not being in Raider gear is a bold statement without saying a word.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, not having any Raider gear. Like, it's one thing if you have like a mixed blend, but like you at least have like a hat or a something.
Yeah, no.
Right?
He wore a Dodger hat the last time I saw him. So yeah. And even Carrie. Oh! I like this from Valerie. Valerie saw the presser and she said that Carr called himself Cariota. That's a little bit of a say. He's getting his digs in. He's getting his digs in very subtly.
What, did you not see the pressers that came out after he had that one game where he struggled? I can't remember who you guys played the week before Thanksgiving, but he did not have his best game.
Yeah. That was the Bengals game.
Right. And he did not have his best game. And support dried up around him. There's a lot of negative press around him. And certainly I saw a lot of Raiders fans come out and they were pretty harsh. And then he came out and just went completely the polar opposite direction. And I could totally see how someone like him is like, look, I'm going to have a bad game, but if you're going to turn on me like that, like, do I really want to be around here?
Yeah, he's saying all the right things, but that doesn't mean that he won't go to somebody that really believes in him. And again, I am not a Carr hater. I'm not a Carr hater. I am not a there are people that will stand behind Derek Carr like he's the second coming of the Messiah. And I'm sorry to be kind of very sacrilegious on that, but because with his religious aspects, I mean, people will say that, but I'm just saying I like Carr, but I like whoever's playing quarterback for the Raiders, and I like them especially if they're producing. Okay, and that's all it is. That's all it is. We will see what happens. And
well,
again,
I agree with this, but then in order for cream to rise to the top, so to speak, you also need to have an offensive coordinator that plans for the players and personnel that you have on your team, and if, for example, I'm looking at the Denver Broncos, I look at how we played today. We had 12 personnel as our primary set, and then we mixed in 13 personnel, and very sparingly, we had 11 personnel, which is 3 wide receivers. So 12 personnel is 2 tight ends on the field. 11 personnel is 1 tight end and 3 wide receivers, and then 13 personnel, which we played a fair amount of today with, which is 2 tight ends and a fullback. So when we had that set up on the field, and we had those types of personnel on the field, we played really, really well when we have heavier sets, max block, that kind of stuff. That's what fits our team as the Denver Broncos. When I look at the Raiders, you guys would do really well to go more 12 personnel sets, because then that would help you running the ball, and would certainly assist with your right tackle, who is weak right now. I'm not trying to dig or anything.
No,
He's weak right
no.
now.
He'd have to
And
improve to be called weak.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's weak right now, and that's fine. But you guys need to compensate for that by going 12 personnel sets, block to the outside, and then help with those outside runs to allow Jacobs and others, Drake and Jacobs, to get to the outside and actually do well. And you guys have good running backs, and having that assistance with the outside tight ends blocking is going to help you guys in that run game. However, you need the offensive coordinator or an offensive mind in order to map and plan those things out properly. And if you don't adapt and you don't plan accordingly to your player personnel or the people that you have on your team, then that's where you're going to struggle. And I'm seeing the Raiders, you guys played the proper way against the Cowboys. That's why you guys ended up winning. However, when you look at the Washington football team, they're a much stronger interior defensive line. And that's where those tight ends on the outside are going to really help.
Yeah. And at 10, the one thing as well is that, and I can't remember who was telling me this after the game, but they said that Greg Olsen was not calling all of the plays against Dallas. Well, I don't know who was, but I want that person to call the plays for the rest of the year, because Greg Olsen to me is a piss poor offensive coordinator. So if he wasn't calling the plays against Dallas, whoever that guy is, please make sure that he calls them for the rest of the year. I'm just
I
going to
agree. Jacobs is best running up the middle of the field, but the thing with running up the middle of the field is that you need to have a good 2 good guards and 1 good center. Right now, you have a good offensive center, a good guard, and then a poor guard. And so the challenge you're going to end up with right now is that the teams are going to collapse the interior of your pocket, which is going to prevent Jacobs from running up the gut, which is what you want. Trust me, I have the same problem in Denver. I'm not throwing rocks in glass houses here. It's a fact. And that's going to be your challenge. And that's why Jacobs has traditionally in the last little bit running into the outside, what you guys are seeing right now. And we had some similar issues with Javonte Williams, where at the beginning of the season, he ran up the gut and did really well. Our offensive line started to collapse. We started to get injured and whatnot. And now he's running more to the outside, which is not what he should be doing. He's good at running to the outside, but he should be running up the gut very much like Josh Jacobs. And I agree, he should be running that way, but you need the proper player personnel or the proper offensive line in order to make those runs happen.
Okay. And again, folks, make sure you go to Mile High Roundtable. That's MHRT. Go see our boy Richie Riche there and 610 Mexican. They have great shows, great information. They give you good analysis of games that are upcoming for them. And a lot of the games that are upcoming for them are going to be games that are upcoming for us as well. So great analysis, MHRT, Mile High Roundtable. Make sure that you pop. In fact, I'm going to take this off. So I got to take the other one off. Hang on a second. There you go. I wanted to make sure that you can find him at Richie Rich A.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. That's my Twitter handle there at the bottom. I'm co-host of Broncos Talk Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern on MHRT Network. You can find us on YouTube. We always welcome everyone. We had a few Raiders fans in our last show. I always love having other fans of other teams jump in and join us live. Feel free to ask questions, jump in, do what you want to do. Our upcoming game this week is against the Chiefs, so it's always going to be relevant for Raiders, for the Raiders fans there to kind of get some, insight into them. I will have we call it the Hot 5 segment, where we end up getting a member of another podcast or another team coming in to give the 5 things that team needs to do to beat us. So we will have some information on the Chiefs from them. So please jump in and ask what you want to, and hope to see you there.
You got it. And again, Valerie is giving you some good props. Richie, good show. And again, that's why I would love to say that it's my what do you call it? It's my tutelage of Richie Riche, but Richie Riche is just awesome on his own, and that. But I am very blessed to have him come on and hang out with us a lot, and it's because he's awesome, definitely awesome.
I appreciate him.
Yeah.
So if you guys have anything else you want to throw my way, please feel free. And if I don't want to take time from your other guests, so if they want to jump in,
No. In fact, you're closing out the show, man, because I got I loved was it ONT6, but I have about 12 F words, and a couple SHs that I have to clean up. So that'll take me a bit into the night. So again, Richie Riche is going to close out the show. I appreciate it. Again, great win. Great win for the Raiders on Thursday. Great win for the Broncos beating the Chargers today.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get it any better. And hopefully Denver can do us a solid on Sunday Night Football and beat the Chiefs. In fact, I know that you'll be watching the game for like my show on next Sunday. Don't feel obliged to pop in because I know you'll be hard pressed watching. But if you pop in on comments, I will put them on. If you can multitask your eyes and your hands at the same time, but that'll be great. Or maybe on at halftime, whatever you feel.
Like when my wife says, I can multitask just fine.
If your wife says that, then that's a good thing. Because normally they don't give us a lot of credit for that. That's the way it is. Hey, Richie, it's always good hearing from you, brother. You take care of yourself. And again, lots of respect from all of us as well.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks again. Richie Riche. Make sure you're following him. MHRT, Mile High Roundtable. The Tuesday show with 6'10 Mexican, the 6'10" Mexican. And it's great to have them on there. So respect from all of us. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to pop out because again, I got lots of cut ups to do, and I got to go in tomorrow, and I got 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow, and I got lots of time to do other things. Yeah, and Valerie, I'm going to put this up as well. AFC West is up for grabs. Chiefs 7-4, and everybody else is 6-5. So let's say the Broncos win, so they would be 7-5. The Chiefs would be 7-5. The Raiders would have to follow suit. They would have to follow suit. And the thing is they've already lost to the Chiefs. They've already lost to the Chargers. So it would literally be up for grabs. Literally up for grabs. Yeah, we are. I'm going to be on Richie's show for the Christmas game before Christmas. I will definitely be on their show. I will make time for. He does it on Tuesdays, and it's before my Tuesday show. I will make sure that I'm home for that because Richie's awesome. He's friggin' awesome, and we, as viewers here, are lucky to have him. And I believe that. And again, we are one of the 2 divisions of football with all the teams that are over 500. That says a lot. Okay. Y'all take care. Be well. We will see you Tuesday night for Captain and Wenches. Tuesday night, Captain and Wenches. If you don't get enough of talking about the cow patty beatdown, I know the girls will want to, the ladies, the lady wenches. Don't call them girls. The wenches, the ladies, the gals with that will still be talking about it. And again, you will get an earful from Peggy. You will get an earful from Heidi. And I know you'll get an earful from Angry if we have Angry up there as well. Because again, it's just like what I do with Richie is I'll just sit back and listen. Okay. And just appear really smart. And I will try to get the cognac going. Oh, Angria, from what Heidi was saying, she's over the Rona. She made Thanksgiving dinner. In fact, I bitched at all of the girls for Thanksgiving because I didn't have Thanksgiving dinner, but they did, and so that was disconcerting. Tuesday night is Captain and Wenches. Tuesday night, Captain and Wenches, Valerie, 9 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you're there and pop in and come into the show. I appreciate all of your inputs and comments. It's great. Yeah, I tell you what. See, Matthew 72007 says that the wenches know their stuff. Yeah, and 9 o'clock Eastern time. 9 o'clock Eastern time. So that's just like this show started at 9 o'clock Eastern. So we'll see you there. In fact, I've already I've already done the link to the girls, so they know where it is. Okay, and no, thank you, Valerie. Thank you for being here. Y'all take care. Always a pleasure. It looks like Cleveland might be. That was a nice pass to Landry. I tell you, Landry is their best receiver. Good to see. Y'all take care. We'll see you for the next show. Tuesday night, Captain and Wenches, 9 o'clock Eastern. And then again on Wednesday, remember, and I'm going to put this up as well. Where is it? Okay. Here it is. The NFL Nation Live. I think, is it part of the show? Oh my God. I got, let's see here. I gotta, hang on. I got people that are stupid. I don't know. Okay, good. I had a oh my God. I had one of those people who shall remain nameless. Yeah, some idiot. You got it. Some idiot was there. Oh man. That's a bummer. Anyway. Come on in Tuesday. Take care. Captain Wenches on Tuesday. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Thank God I saw that. That's a good thing. Good thing I had my YouTube up as well. So F them. We'll see y'all Tuesday night. Take care, everybody.